All right, well, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully, the Most High House shall blessing y'all day. Much love to y'all, brothers and sisters. By His mercies, we are consumed. We're alive in the Most High House shall's body, and two are naturally alive, man. So, I just want to get into this, man, because hold on, y'all. Yeah, by His mercies, we are consumed, man. So, I just want to get into this, man. We're alive in the Most High House shall's body, and two are naturally alive. Alive like the Bee Gees, alive like Pearl Jam, alive like not like that stupid, what's that his name, NBA Young Boy, that Alive song, whatever. I'm kidding, I don't listen to that stuff, but anyway, but that was actually wicked too, because that was because I don't know, I don't follow. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, man. But I just want to go into this, man, because I was just thinking about now, because actually, like, and this is more of not even to go into, like, this is more a reminder for us brothers and sisters in the world, even people outside the world, even in general. Like, this is just game in general, but because listen, because quote unquote, it's like Philly, of course, is like for our people is the Muslim capital for our people, man. For Jake, for but yeah, so I was just thinking about this too, because I was actually talking to one of my students about this too, and it is too, and but this all goes into even the situation when we happened yesterday, man. It all goes into how the temptation really is on us, man, and we're gonna look at that in Jeremiah real quick, man, with the Rechabites, sons of Rechabites, real quick, man, because I was just talking about that, man, because a lot of times too, I was talking about this with, like, one of my students this past week in school, even last year. Actually, in a coworker too, I was talking about this. Even last year, the school I was at, like, and here's the thing too. Here's the thing what we gotta realize, especially us in the word. It's really up to us in the conduct and our faith in the Most High how things out. Because listen, that's what actually I know. Let's grab this in John chapter real quick, man. John chapter 14. It says, John chapter 14 verse 12. It says, verily, verily, no, that's not. I think it's 16 and 12. That's what I want. Um, oh gosh, where is it at? Okay, no, it's this. Okay, it's all good. Oh my gosh, I think it's 16 somewhere. It's all good, but pretty much, man. I just can't remember. I don't know where. I don't know why I'm not. It's just not coming to me right now. But it's all good. Pretty much, how should I say? Listen, I pray you not take them out of. Well, actually, no. Yeah, let's look at this real quick. If I have it, oh my gosh. Okay, wait. It might be there. Mhm. Oh gosh, where is it? Oh man, it's not. Oh my gosh. Usually I thought I had it. Oh my gosh, I thought I had it, man. This is crazy. It's all good. It's just chilling. I ain't think about it, man. But pretty much what Yahusha said. Listen, when I pray you take them not out of the world, but just keep them from the temptation thereof, man. Listen, because at the end of the day, to the temptation, man, that's on us at the end of the day too. Because even though how much people even tempt you, man, because even how malicious or evil it is. Because I was talking about this with one of my students, because she's at the school I'm working at. She said during this time, a lot of times people last year and during Ramadan, and people will come up to her or eat in front of her and like and tempt her, entice her with food, and like one that's actually evil and rude and evil and like malicious to do. Listen, even here's the thing too, like that's just not good behavior. That's just not good God. Even listen, I get it. Like Muslim, they're idolaters. They like it's wicked. Like the whole thing too. But even us in the word in the faith, like don't just go up there and troll our especially our Muslim brothers and sisters. And anything one our life should show like for them to turn from that and follow the Most High Yahweh. I have faith in them and the obedience to His commandments. Because a lot of times too, they know it. Because one, the Quran is all Quran mean is recitation of what the scriptures pretty much, man. And even how that started with y'all that ever read Babylon from Timbuktu. you know, he pretty much saw. Actually, no, I might read a little excerpt of that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna just read a little bit of this. This is Babylon Timbuktu. I ain't read this, touch this in like a while, in a minute. But shoot. But we're gonna read this via the birth of Islam. This is on page 44 because this also too is prophetic in a way. It's kind of like Deuteronomy 4 and 6. Actually, let's look at the Deuteronomy 4 and 6 because this is all lead up to something real quick, man. Because I'm just going into the fact that a lot of times most of our brothers and sisters in Muslim or in Islam, they know about the word and like know that listen, they're people of the book and like know pretty much where pretty much their belief system derives from the scriptures, man. But it's just kind of a remix version of it, a bad remix version, terrible, like a bad. It's like a terrible. Honestly, the Quran to me is like a terrible remake of a song or a terrible remake of a movie. Honestly, or a terrible remake. That's just what it is, honestly. But Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 6, it says. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 6, it says, keep therefore and do them. And keep this therefore, this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which they shall hear these statutes, and surely this is a great nation and a wise and understanding people. So yeah, it's kind of what, and prophetically, this was kind of birth. It was kind of prophetic in a sense, because this birthed like Islam pretty much, man, like and Muslims, man, because Muhammad, and which we about to read, honestly too, because But yeah, let's get this. This is Babylon to Timbuktu, man, and we're going to just go on page 44 with the birth Islam part. It says he frequently. This is talking about Muhammad because Muhammad couldn't read or write. He was not like it's a lot to Muslim with all this stuff, man. I think we talked about this in the past. Actually, we did a video on this on real history and things of that nature. But we're just gonna go into this real quick. He says he frequently in the environment of the Jews and their rabbis, but mostly because they were merchants. They were merchants in omnipresent ethnic group. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that Jews related to him. And Muhammad learned to and extracted much from the quote unquote the Jews, the Jewish religion, and compounded it with his new religion, Islam. So yeah, so also too, and that's pretty much Deuteronomy 4 and 6 and Isaiah 49 and 6. Like, Isaiah 49 and 6 in the context, that's talking about Yahushua, because in Luke, he says he's the light to the Gentiles. But that's even on this type of tip, but that can be applicable as well. And also too, and also too, like he if y'all even know further, like, even with Muhammad, it got to a point where, listen, he's told, like, our ancestors, listen, you accept Islam or you die. And that's why it's kind of prophetically as well, like Genesis 16:12 says, Ishmael shall be a wild man. So that was kind of a prophetic in a sense, in this aspect, since we're talking about this. But yeah, man, so let's read this again. It says he frequently he frequented the environment of the Jews and their rabbis, and most of them that they were merchants and omnipresent ethnic groups. Because he could not read or write, his ears were attentive and keen to everything that the Jews relate to him. Muhammad learned and extracted much from the Jewish religion and compounded with his new religion, Islam. So you see, that's just what it is. So that's why I'm saying to us brothers and sisters, this is just during this time of the word. Like, listen, most of us are brothers and sisters like me coming to word, like, and especially I'm in Philly, like, it's the Muslim capital for our people, man. No, don't. It's not wise, it's not expedient, it's not godly just to troll our brothers, Muslim sisters and brothers, like, so, because listen, say, well, it really wouldn't matter, but say, like, hypothetically on like atonement, something like that, they would do that, to us and things of that nature. So it's just not like, but we like a lot of times most likely house shot, it has a different standard for us. Especially us in the word and the believers. Yeah, so we shouldn't even do that. But my point is that let's not do that to them. My point is being too with that is the fact that we what was I gonna say? Yeah, I forgot I was gonna. Yeah, we need to not do that, but also too, like more of a layer, like I was gonna say, just show us just our life, like if the Most High Yahushua is gonna win whoever he wants to the word to him in the Yahushua, but two also our life, just being an example. Then they'll start to ask questions, and Lord willing, the Most High Yahushua opens their mind, their hearts to cleave to them. But anyway, that's the thing about that is too, but also that temptation is that temptation, that's on us at the end of the day too. Because listen, even I'm saying this is not even just about like is our brothers sisters Islam or Islam in itself, man. Because it's a good because I had a student last year, man. And I was at the schools I was working, and I was eating by the bathrooms because I was just doing the bathroom monitoring. Like I was working in school, but school climate set. But I was just monitoring bathrooms at that time. So I was eating, and and he said, "Oh, why?" He was Muslim, of course. The young brother was Muslim, but he said, "Oh, why are you eating in front of me?" And so what's that? It's Ramadan. I was just looking at him like, "Listen, I hear you, but that has nothing to do with me. That's why I was quoted early. That's why we quoted earlier. I pray not them taken out of the world, but like just keep them from temptation. And so us like save. That's what me. That's even with us brothers and sisters. Like in the midst of temptation, or we know something that is a it's something that at our job or certain environments that goes against the Most High Yahushua. Like one, we had to like stand on the word and not give into that temptation or follow that because listen, the word like Proverbs says, the prudent foresees the evil and remove yourself. So you remove yourself from a certain situation, or even that's why about again Jeremiah 35. Even in the midst of temptation, still hold to the Most High Yahushua's word. And it's easier said than done, but yeah, man, that's what's so important, and that's important of the gospel, testimony, new covenant, where the word is in you, so you don't even even with that the video we did about the other day about like that boldness, like resisting devil, he'll flee. That's what taking them going face to face with Satan and temptation and saying get them behind me, saying and like just like how I said, I overcame Satan as lightning. So how much more can we? Because they're really not that important for like it's like it's like the horror movies, man. Like Satan only has so much power as you give him, man. Like his name is he's not even worth it. Like he's like the smoky type, like we always say. He'll tempt you, then say, "Oh, I don't have nothing to do with that," or he's the one that snitched on everybody, but now you in the same cell as him, man. Like those that for because listen, he knows where he's going, so he's taking that many people with him, but my point is that even with us in the word more with that, man, because I was even talking about this with a coworker like last week or so, because he's talking about it's going, because be honest, man, I'm keep it 100 real quick, man. Keep it G for a minute. A lot of times too, like not all but majority of our brothers and sisters, especially here in Philly, because this is the Muslim capital. Like they don't even believe it, man. That's why we read that in letter Jeremiah yesterday. They don't even believe it because they don't even follow it, man. I seen a video the other day with I'm not sure it was from Philly or not, but I think it was. I'm not sure. No, it was. I think it was a like real rap drill video, and the brother was in the video with the whole garment on. It was holding guns and all that stuff. He was in the video. I think it was a diss song or something like that. He was in the video with the whole Muslim garment on, something like yeah. And those are from Philly, here from Philly. Majority of them, not all of them, because some of them are sincere. Like because that's actually the sister I was talking to a while back, man. She said that was part of the reason why she left, because how because she took it seriously, when during the time she was Muslim, but she said it was the conduct of others that kind of made her stray away from her. But I mean that can play a part, but still whatever you believe in, that's why but with the word, that's why that Romans 8 is so important. He said, listen, it doesn't matter what the other people do. What did the Most High Yahushua tell us to do? What did he tell me to do? It doesn't matter. But what about the conduct of others, man? Just stay faithful and obedient to me. It don't matter about that. That's on them. So that's different. I mean, I get it. Everybody's we all say, listen, everybody's not as everybody's measure of faith and isn't mentally strong, but that's really non-negotiable with that one. That's really that's another story for another day though. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is. But I was talking to him about that. He said, listen, yeah, pretty much that's what he's saying. He said, listen, it's going to be very funny to see how these people move, because listen, y'all act like y'all act evil as hell, wicked as hell. Y'all do what y'all want, but but pretty much what he's saying, man, it's just like, listen, it's all for show, pretty much. And I was like, yeah, man, it is what it is. I mean, I told him what I'm telling y'all now, but but he said, listen, man, well, if somebody come up to me saying I'm eating, I'm gonna eat, man. I'm not doing that. But I hear his point though, man, because I'm not gonna pretty much not going out your way to do that, to be malicious or try to to tempt or entice people or just to do that out of spite. But listen, but I'm saying more of us in the word, like, because listen, even if people do that, and two, I told her, and especially, but watch that, even for our, say this is for our Muslim brothers and sisters, in that, our brothers and sisters in Islam, I should say, watch people like that though. Even if you have friends outside your belief system or so-called friends that'll do that, watch that though. That's what, and I didn't get a chance to say that to my student, but I was saying, listen, watch people, remove yourself from people like that because they show you what they about. But anyway, or even us in the word, like, say if it is like your fast, it don't only have to be like, say if it is your fasting one day, well, we're not supposed to tell nobody about that, but say something that just goes against the word, and people, and you express it to people, and you told them about it, and they constantly do it and just trying to do it out of spite, or they're low key trying to entice you or tempt you to do it, then yeah, like, gotta remove yourself, like, from that person's presence, or like, not even deal with that person's, because yeah, man. So that just is what it is. It's similar to yeah, it's similar. Well, I was going to give an example, but that was probably not a good example. But let's get this in Jeremiah 35, man, because this is good. This is the sons of Rechab, how they held fast to the vow of their father, like, the patriarch vow. How much more the heavenly Father, pretty much, because they was in the midst of temptation right here. It says Jeremiah chapter 35 and verse 4. It says verse 3. This is verse 3. We go to Jeremiah 35 verse 3. He says, "Then I took Jezaniah, the son of Jeremiah, the son of Habazziniah, and his brother, and all his sons, the whole house of Rechabites, and I brought them in the house of the Lord, in the chambers of the son Hanan, the Igdaliah, the man of Yahweh, the man of God, and which was the chamber of the princes, which was above them." Chamber of Messiah, and the son of Shalom, the keeper of the door. And I set the sons before the house of the Rechabites, pots full of wine. And I said unto them, drink ye wine. So see, this is he's offering, like, listen, have some wine. But listen, watch here. This day in the middle of temptation. It says, but they said, we will drink no wine. But for the Jonadab, the son of Rechab, our father, commanded us, ye shall drink no wine, neither shall nor your sons forever. So yeah, So yeah, exactly. So they was in the midst of temptation, but they held fast to the father, what their father said. They was talking about their patriarch, the natural, the fleshly father, but that's at Hebrews 12:9. How much more the heavenly Father, the Most High, Yahushua, man. And also too, then when you read verse 7, that's just pretty much going going into being strangers and pilgrims of the earth, like Hebrews says, Peter, Second Esdras, all that stuff. Even Yahushua and Luke, that's why he had no home, because he was a stranger. It was symbolic of him being more and making himself poor, that we can become rich in faith and riches of him in the kingdom, inwardly and in the kingdom, but also too him being because Hebrew, that's what Hebrew means, nomad, pretty much strangers and pilgrims of the earth. Even if you go in our history, in the word, even secular history, we've pretty much been around the world. Yeah, man. So that's just neither here nor there, man. But yeah, but notice how they were in the midst of temptation, but they held fast to their fathers. Even somebody that was trying to entice them too. But we already know Matthew. I can go into Matthew 4, but we already know Matthew 4. What? No, yeah. We'll go Matthew 4 real quick. Yeah. And also too, Satan only tempts you with something that you want to do too, like you want to do, so yeah, man, because yeah, because that's what it is. Because if he tempts you with something and you do it, it's just something that you want. That's how he comes at people. Like how he like people portray in Hollywood and TV and movies. Sometimes they actually get it right, like how Satan comes at people. But most of the time, that's not how it's really ancient world now. Like or what people in this word are forefathers, ancestors, or people that he don't come at people like that. Like all that type of doing something strange for some change. And because I always say this too, because a lot of times too people forget, like it's just the hearts of men. Because like when you read about Sodom and Gomorrah, and plus there's a lot more going on in Sodom and Gomorrah than just homosexuality, but it was Satan's not in there, man. That's just the hearts of men too. So that's just yeah, that's is what it is too. So like can't blame everything on saying sometimes it's just the hearts of men. People don't believe that the hearts of men can just be that evil and wicked, but he said that still in Jeremiah, in Genesis 8:21, the heart, how wicked the heart can be. But yeah, it says what Matthew chapter 4 verse 7, and Yahweh shall say unto him, it is written, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. So well, if we read the whole Matthew 4, we already know how Yahweh shall held fast to the word, man, even in the midst of temptation, man. Like, and let's get Wisdom of Solomon 1 real quick, man, because yeah, man, I just wanted to grab this real quick, man, because I think it's important, especially especially Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 2. It says, for he will not be found of them that tempt him not, and sheweth himself unto such as do not distrust him. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, so even in the midst of temptation, man, that's just that's why I'm about getting Sirach 18. It says, go not after thy lust, man, so yeah, man, that's just is what it is too. Because I'm just not, because I just didn't mean to bring up what for our Muslim brothers and since brothers in Islam, but also too it was I just use that. We just use that to say as just a backdrop for us in the word, man. Because a lot of times you can't blame other people, man. You can't it's gonna there's no even Jeremiah says I'm just gonna get it. We gotta bear our own burden though. Let's get this in Galatians, man. It says that in Jeremiah too, but I forget where at in Jeremiah as well. But yeah, in Galatians, man, gotta bear your own burden, man. Can't even Galatians 6 and verse 2. Bear ye another's burden. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Galatians 6 verse 2. Bear ye on one another's burdens and so fulfill. Okay, that's not the one I wanted. Okay, but yeah, for Galatians 6:5, it says, "For every man shall bear his own burden." So yeah, man, that's just what it is too. So listen, even I was telling even for even if you're our brothers and sisters and during this time right now, I pray that y'all come to the come into knowledge, come to the word, to the Most High house shop. But even this little game for them, even if somebody trying to one reevaluate that, but even if somebody tries to during this time try to tempt you with that like that, you still got to hold fast to that man. But how much more even that side? I'm just saying that just inside if they ever watching this, but even how much more of our brothers and sisters in the word, man, especially even this for people in the word outside the word, man. But more for us in the word. That's why I'm talking about this in knowledge. How much more should we bear our own burden, even in the midst of somebody tries to tempt us with something and even knowingly and sometimes unknowingly, because sometimes people just don't know. You could hit them depending on where you're at, because Sirach 20 goes into there's a proof not comely, because I can't on the job, you really can't go, okay, yeah, I can't eat this, or somebody offers you something with pork, saying that pork or something of that nature. You don't really have to go into deep, okay, let me get into Leviticus, 11 or Deuteronomy 14, about that, or the Maccabees or Isaiah or whatever about that. You don't have to, see, I can't eat the goats. You can say, no, I'm just allergic, stuff like that. But say if you somebody that has a rapport with you, even at the job, or outside of work, or even whatever setting, they still do that to you. One, probably cut them off. It's best to cut them off, because one, they don't respect the Most High house shine. They don't even respect you and your beliefs. But two, it's just okay, but still hold fast to it, man, because and don't get it wrong, because you're human, the temptation is gonna be there, but got followed as the Rechabites, as how I did, and actually all these righteous people in the word, man. So that's just is what it is, man, because yeah, man. So it doesn't the temptation, often given temptation is always it's always up to us, man. It's always up to us to give into it or not, man. So it's not because that's what Yahushua came. His own mission was. He came to save us from us, sin and death. Save us from us. Listen, our biggest enemies are ourselves, man. Biggie, Notorious says, the movie Notorious said, he's Diddy's character in Notorious said, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves, man. Michael Jackson, the man in the mirror, man. Our biggest enemies are ourselves, man. So that's just what it is, man. So even in that, man, it's up to us, man. You can't be, because listen, it's not up to the world like, to accommodate, like, us for that, man. Because how I went through it. Y'all says, listen, I overcame the world, man. So the world ain't going to stop, for me. It's not going to stop for they going from what I deal with. Actually, no, this is a perfect example too. This is a perfect, even for me. This is something personal for me. This is something personal for me. Is I can get cut. I can. I'm glad somebody. Man, I think the brother sent me first one made this point. Just like a lot of times too. I struggle with looking at women a lot of times too. Not just looking at women, I struggle with that. Even still, my time in this while, I still gotta fight that, get better at that. But my thing is too. I remind myself, it's not up to the women. It's not up to it's not up to these sisters out here to listen to have on a dress or dress like honestly, especially like when the type of world that we prophesied to live in, even current society, current world that we lived in, filled with whoredom, man, like spiritual whoredom, natural whoredom, all that stuff. It's on me to have self control, man. It's up to me. It's self control. Like even like when like even with what you call them, say for sister, like a lot of times too, the sister gets sexually assaulted, rape. It's not all up to it's not her fault that she is really it's the actions of rapists, but it's not her fault how he's dressed. Because listen, the rapist is just sick in the head. He's gonna rape, whatever, man. That's something going on. But that's another story. Because I want to say, but at the same time too, how that would play I'm trying to be careful with my words here, man, because one that's on the rapist doesn't matter, and the word says, listen, rapist is like worthy of death, but also too, that's why there is there is reasons why the Most High House that does say the way you should dress, but either way, but that's no excuse though. But it's just more of it's like the Dave Chappelle thing when he said the cop joke and his special "Killing Me Softly." That's what I'm trying to say in the roundabout way, but I don't want that to be taken misconstrued, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. What I'm actually saying. Hopefully, y'all brothers and sisters understand what I'm trying to say. But if y'all don't, please forgive me. But my point is that it's not up to the women to just even this goes with men in the word and outside the word too, because it's up to us, especially up to me, up to us have self control too. That's what it is, man. So that's my point of the world doesn't owe me anything, doesn't owe us anything as in far as our temptation and sin is or things that cause us to make mistakes. It's up to us to do that, man. Now are those other things play a factor? Yes, because I'm not going to minimize that, but still at the end of the day, you bear your own burden, and that's what I mean by this with temptation. Bear your own burden, man, because like how I said, I overcame the world, so you're gonna have to go through these things. So because listen, it's similar to the clip I was watching, it was this UFC fighter, man. He said something. He said it's kind of similar dynamic. He said something as in say if somebody said something to my wife or something, say how while I'm walking with her, say how beautiful and gorgeous she is, or how much he wants to have sex with her while I'm there. He said, listen, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm just going to keep going on by my day, man, because what the point he was making is that the art of letting things slide, because but my point is being, his point was what I'm going to do, react to everything, so every man that says that, I'm going to react, beat him up, even though it's not worth it at the end of the day. Same similar dynamic, man. It's the same thing, even if you're in a temptation or something that can cause you into temptation or something like that. What I can't it's not going to stop, man. Like they said in the the Avon Barksdale said in The Wire, man, there's always going to be a Marlo, man. The game is a game, man. So life is going to happen, man. So if it's not then, it's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. So what am I going to do? Each situation I'm in, say, hey, can you not do that because something else? It's up to me to have pretty much I'm saying it's up to me to have self-control, man. It's up to us to bear our own burden, man. So that's just pretty much it, man. I just wanted to go into that. Hopefully this is edifying for y'all brothers and sisters. Oh yeah, about that earlier too, man. Hopefully that doesn't get misconstrued what I was trying to say, because I could see how it could misconstrue, but yeah, hopefully this is edifying. So peace.